Opa! Welcome everybody to Stavvy's World. We have an incredible show for you today. Two very funny people, Sarah Sherman, though she is inconsiderate, we'll get into that soon, and Jack Bensinger, super funny. But before we do that, it's January. I want to let you know, come on folks, buy the 2024 Stavvy Baby calendar. You're late to plan your year. This will get to you before the end of January, I promise it. And it's beautiful. We got a lot of, maybe blur some of these out, Eldest. I don't want to show ass cheeks, but you do get my cheeks, folks. So that's another reason to buy them. And listen, like I said, you know who's going all the way? The Ravens, baby. Okay? Are you a Ravens fan? Are you a fan of Ronnie? The viral character sweeping the nation that has made watching football a little bit of a chore for me because I can't just enjoy it. I have to be constantly thinking about the video right after the game. Well, good news, because we got shirts available right now at stavvy.biz. Go grab them. Okay? Tabitha69 on the back. This episode is presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports. Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code STAVVY, S-T-A-V-V-Y, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Agent eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details. Let's start the show. Opa! Welcome everybody to Stavvy's World. What a beautiful new year it is here, 2024. Call 904-800-STAV. We have returning guest and a new guest. Sarah Sherman's here. Jack Bensinger are here. Thanks, guys. Sarah, on time as hell. It's definitely not 45 minutes after the time we agreed on. That was already 1 hour later than the original time we had agreed on.
And I did say this when I walked in, I was actively laughing when we walked in thinking about how late we were.
Yes, you're nearly 2 hours late from the original. And I'll give you credit. That's not, we did postpone it to 1:30. You had therapy at 12:30, which is hilarious to think about what your therapist even can get through. Has he even made it through your clothes yet to get into your family? Have we even gotten that far?
Well, you don't do real therapy.
Yeah.
Like when I do therapy, which I don't because I don't need that shit.
Yeah, because you're fucking cool.
But when I do, I talk about real shit like, oh, I'm afraid of flying. I'm afraid of this and that. You do like...
Yeah.
Catching up with your...
Well,
do you have a friend?
Well, today
please tell me what you're an hour late. What you pushed an hour for.
We really did have to get to the bottom of things today. Okay. Because, I was talking about, he was like, in a lot of your work, you use the symbol of the eye a lot. And I think that you have...
into your work?
And then you have a...
What?
Well, we were talking about...
He works there. He works at SNL. Really? Can I say that you work there yet?
Wait, they have a fucking an SNL appointed therapist?
They have everything.
That is so fucking
There's a
funny,
barber.
dude.
I mean, well, that's true.
No, I went and found this guy.
Okay.
I said, give me I went to the therapy store. I said, give me the craziest guy.
Yeah.
Well, and he...
Wait, does he work there or not?
No.
Who knows, dude? I don't fucking know.
One time...
That could be a cult.
There was like one of the hosts, not going to name.
Yep.
One of the hosts brought their chiropractor to
and he was
SNL.
fixing everybody. He was lining everybody up.
And he was lining everybody up, and I was kind of like, I was like, well, but that's another chiro. Have we talked about this on this podcast?
Fake? Yeah.
It's fake.
Because I think I brought up how I was looking into like my family, because apparently my dad's the maternal side of my dad's family, they had a couple guys that came to America, and one like a great uncle of mine is one of the founding fathers of chiropractic.
What the fuck?
And he's buried on Long Island. Yes, we talked about it because you're from there. Yes.
Is that all Greek people? Everybody who's from Greece? Just because I feel like they invented almost everything.
Yeah, dude, that was actually a surprise to me that this motherfucker came over and was just like into chiropractic. And then apparently his brother was either a gambler or a bounty hunter or something cool. Yeah, and she gave my grandma like a ton of money, and then and they never heard from him again. He died in the Wild West.
He cracked his own. Wait, do the thing.
What's that?
That thing.
Oh, that's fake. I mean, I can try it. Usually I have a mint in my mouth and I'll make a little noise.
Yeah.
So He'll
just go, hey Sarah, watch this. And then he crunches a mint.
I can crunch my...
Crunch
my shit.
Have fun with those crunchers in 20 years, I'll say that.
Really?
Yeah, if you crunch it too much, you're effed for life.
I feel good with it. It makes me feel good.
It feels cool.
But chiropractic,
how come bad guys in movies always go like, and then they fuck people up then?
Well, because
how about that, idiot?
Well,
Yeah, what's so stupid?
How about the strongest, coolest guys always do it?
I can't imagine being quite as dumb as you. I'm trying to.
I've hit a guy before.
Really?
Yeah.
Over what?
Yeah,
Matt
your therapist.
Davis. Matt
Damon?
No, Matt Davis. If you're watching this, remember when I punched you in high school?
What did he do?
I was being a designated driver in high school. Thank you.
Cool.
Do you have an applause sound cue?
Don't give it
Like a community designated driver?
No, just like for the, I kind of wasn't.
For the crew?
For the crew. And
Were you the go-to, DD?
Yeah, because I didn't like drinking that much.
Matt Davis.
No, you were a fucking loser. You're a loser, and the only way you get people to hang out with you is by ferrying them from bar to their homes. If you were the DD every time, that means you were a fucking dork.
No, I wasn't the DD every time because I don't know if your guys' town had this, but we had Gary, the illegal taxi driver.
No, we had one, yeah.
We didn't have Gary.
He was like a guy. It was like there was no Uber, there was no nothing.
Yeah.
So you would go to the train station where Gary's car was parked at the Great Neck train station, and you would ask him if he could drive you around for the night, and he would buy you beer, and you had to pay him like $20.
That's it?
It had to have been more than
that.
In my memory, it was like we gave Gary $20, and then he bought us beer, and then drove us around all night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did he molest anybody?
Well, he must.
That's
have
like prime molesting stuff.
He kind of disappeared without any.
Without a trace.
Yeah.
What's the? I was gonna say, what's the ethics of bringing up people that we know that are pedophiles?
I didn't say
Carte blanche.
last name. I said Gary. I guess, can you bleep Gary?
No, he's not doing that.
Well, no, I can't do it either.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? First line, last name of a pedophile you know?
No, I wasn't.
Do you know a pedophile?
I know two of them. Two of them, man. Different ages. Damn, I wish I could just tell all about it, but I don't know. He's been to jail. He got out.
You don't have to say his name.
All right.
I know about the
right,
don't say it. Don't say it.
What? You know him too?
around.
I know exactly the two.
You know both of the pedophiles.
Well, one of them has like a family, and so that would just, why open a wound that's already been wounded? You know what I mean?
So you're saying if someone commits a crime but they have a family, they should get away with it? Is that your contention?
I agree with that.
Plus, he's a pretty cool guy overall.
Yeah. And you're right. He should be around more children.
The more children you have, the more okay it is whatever you did. Because look at Bin Laden. He, in that compound, had how many fucking family members? Probably a fuckload of them. And he was housing them all. What are we going to do? Shoot him in the head? And now what? We're talking about orphans loose in Pakistan. That's not right.
True.
And by the way, all of his relatives turned out to be quite the lookers.
Yeah.
Say what?
I don't know that they're all that hot. There's goth Osama. There's goth Osama. There's the niece who's like kind of like MAGA.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Osama bin Laden family.
See, well, look at the gorgeous niece.
Oh yeah.
And he was 6'7".
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
was
Yeah,
he?
he was tall as shit.
That's probably why he was all mad because he didn't get to do.
Yeah, she's pretty. I mean,
international
whatever.
basketball.
I guess I would fuck her.
Well,
And then there's the one.
he's taller than you.
Yeah.
There's not. He's dead.
There's the famous Terry, what's his name, tweet. It's like Osama was tall as hell. He should have hooped instead of what is it? Find the Terry. Yeah, there's his goth son. I talked about this on
imagine
Theo's
if he
podcast.
dunked on the Twin Towers to
That
would have
been cool.
instead of the planes. I mean, essentially.
Honestly, he should have done a dunk contest. He chooses his champion. We choose ours.
Who is this one?
That's his goth son.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That looks.
He kind of looks like Christopher Moltisanti.
He looks like he's one of the Matrix twins.
He looks like corn. He looks like.
He looks like corn. Yeah.
Corn.
Yeah.
He looks cool.
Anyway, look up Terry Rozier, Osama bin Laden. I just want to know the tweet.
Terry Rozier.
That's not how you spell it, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
I can't believe we're taking the truncated, the
Osama,
opportunity
there
of
it
a
is.
truncated podcast to look at a tweet.
Shut the fuck
Stavvy.
up,
But we're
bitch.
talking.
You're the
double
one.
speed, so it's like,
You're the one that's 2 hours late, you dumb bitch.
And I was
okay.
on time.
What?
Osama should have hooped instead of trying to kill people because he tall as hell. That's coming from Terry Rozier, point guard for the Charlotte Hornets. Anyway,
Charlotte.
back to what we were talking about, the pedophiles you both know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a damn thing.
Oh, wow.
I'll say stuff
Sarah
around
Sherman
it.
on the record won't snitch on a pedophile, folks. She holds it down for pedophiles.
Been snitched.
Okay.
Well, they've been
what's
legally.
the point? And then it's like when you're digging up old and then it's the victims are getting hurt.
Oh, and and they're watching this right now.
By the way,
we probably do have a pretty molested fan base. Honestly,
more people have said.
Shout out to the molested. That's not bad.
Have both. I bet you have the molested and the people who did it. So this is your.
I don't think so. I'm gonna come. I don't want. If you're a molester, stop watching. We don't want you. I want to say that right now. Unlike Sarah, who's got your back and won't say anything about you, I'm anti you.
You take who you can get these days.
I'll say this. No one goes up to me on the street. Sarah, I loved the sketch that you worked so hard on. Sarah, I love the show. They go, I love you on Stav's podcast.
That's right, bitch. You got it.
Hey, Matt, I just want you to know I molested people and I love you on Stav's podcast.
Hey, thanks for being an ally for the molester community, Sarah. We loved you on Stavvy's World.
And you're crazy outfits.
Before he banned us from listening, but we'll always cherish you as the #1 pro molester guest on Stavvy's World.
Now, before we did this, Sarah said to me, Jack, don't say anything weird. Don't mess up my reputation or whatever. Does this count? I feel like we can't bleep anything because we have such little time on here.
Yeah. It's going to take time to bleep.
Sorry.
They're good lights, man.
It's just like there's all this crap everywhere.
So what?
The camera doesn't even see how much crap.
Don't say there's not that much crap.
Disrespect. This is the opposite of what you should be doing.
I know. I did call from the car. We were 2 hours late, and I called from the car and I said, "I just want you to know I feel guilty about how late we are, and I don't want you to think that I don't respect your time and I don't respect Elvis's
I'm just gonna leave 20 minutes before I'm supposed to be there to come across town in the middle of the day. But it's not a disrespect thing. I'm just stupid, I guess.
Well, there was an accident on the BQE, mind you, and how could you take the supremacy of your podcast over the lives that were affected by the accident?
Whoa.
So, do you think if you left 20 minutes earlier, those people wouldn't have died, or what do you think? What are you saying there?
They were all right.
Maybe it is your fault.
I saw them walking around.
Yeah, they were all right.
They were good.
They were fine.
There were 4 fire trucks.
They were faking it, honestly.
They probably
were. It's like they knew we were coming here and they were fucking with us.
Yeah,
somebody
that's
sent them.
So fucked up.
They said, "Oh, we hear Stav's gonna say something mean about your outfits." We might.
I like your outfit. It's.
Thank you.
I mean, it is stupid, but it's fun.
Well, and that was
I like
kind of what
overalls.
I was talking about today. In
let's get back to your therapy with your
therapy. It was like maybe I dressed like a child because I was like, well, this isn't fun.
No, it is fun.
Well, it's just
Doesn't have
like
to be fun.
because I grew up emotionally. I'm sure we all did. We're little adults when we were children.
Right. You're coming back for your.
I'm coming back
for your
for my
adolescence right now.
Period.
Your perpetual Peter Pan ass bitch.
The last time, you know what? The last time I was here wasn't it my 30th birthday?
Oh yeah.
And I was freaking out about getting older.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like, I do kind of a little bit wonder how I do like this outfit in particular.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm 42, is it gonna look not good?
Oh, you passed that Rubicon a while ago. What's the difference between 31 and 42?
I don't know. It looks so good right now.
I actually think this is the worst it'll look, actually.
Right.
I think it looks better when you're old.
Right.
Because when you see a funky old person, it's like, oh, that's cool. They don't give a fuck. When you see someone in their 30s trying to be young, it's like, it's over.
And you're looking at me and you're going, well, she's drop dead gorgeous. So why is she using clothes as a self-defense mechanism when she should be showing those T and A's?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. So is this what you were talking about with your very real therapist today? Because you could have skipped that and we could have talked it out here, honestly.
Well, we talked about my preoccupation with the archetype of seeing and to be and revealing and to seen and to be perceived.
Huh?
That's too much. That's too like poetic for therapy.
But that it is that do be what it's like. Like basically what we talked about today was that my
No, it's not.
I know that's the thing. I'll be like
it's not like philosophical conversations about the eye and what it represents in your work. That's this fucking.
Well, basically I was talking about my
and this
grandma.
is pissing me off by the okay, go ahead.
No, my grandma may she rest. Thank you.
R.I.P. No, do we have a boo? Oh, we need a boo. That would have been awesome.
She had a glass eye.
Oh,
and she would play when I was little. When I was little, she would play.
This is what it is. It's not some bullshit about what it reveals. Some lady in your life had a fucking eye and was putting it in your face as a little kid. That's why you're preoccupied with it. Damn.
Exactly.
You needed to be here an hour earlier. I would have set you fucking straight. God.
Well, it was just a lot, and then
So she would take it out and just fuck with you.
So I would come down for breakfast in the morning. But
She'd be
like,
sucking on it.
kinda.
Spit at you.
Kinda. She would play this thing. Because when you have a glass eye, there is a prosthetic orb sewn into your head to hold the
Really?
place of the
really?
eyeball.
Oh,
so
shit.
like there is like a blank white prosthetic orb in your eye, but the thing that it looks like the eyeball is a hand painted lens that goes atop the sewn in prosthesis.
So it's kind of like contacts. You can switch them out, basically.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. And it's painted to look exactly like your other eye, and there's veins in it. And then my grandma had multiples of those, so when she died, may she rest.
Yep.
I inherited all of the lenses.
Really?
Yes. And then so
Wow.
she would do this thing where she would take out the lens part, and there would just be the white
The
orb.
white eye were looking fucked up.
Yeah, and she would take her dentures
Looking like
out.
a soothsayer.
Looking like
Oh
like
my
a-
God, dentures out,
Yeah.
milky ass eye.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
And so I would come down for breakfast in the morning at grandma's house, like, "Ah," and then she would like do a jump scare at me.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. And so then
Yeah.
I was like, well, and so I was talking about my therapist today, and I was like, well, maybe that explains a lot. And I was like,
Right.
you know, and I was like, I do use a lot of eyeballs in my work.
Right. Right.
You don't
Okay.
wanna sue me.
So, well, here's my big question, right? Is like, what's the thing that you're trying to make better in your life when you're talking about the eyeball?
I think it's definitely a childhood trauma.
Sure.
I don't want to. I know people
From the grandma being like,
Right.
right. So I'm preoccupied, and it
yeah.
really. I mean, goddamn, if therapy doesn't teach you, like, you're those first 4 years.
oh yeah.
You are fucked.
You're
That's
fucked.
it.
And you have no idea either.
No.
Everyone thinks they can just fuck around with a baby. Like,
No,
our friend
no.
has a baby that we just go and we say, we talk the way we
Blow
do.
vape Oh, in
We're
its
like,
dude.
yeah. We're
I
like,
just
you
got-
little fucker,
yeah.
fuck you. Why aren't you fucking
Yeah.
smiling? I'm
Yeah.
saying shit like that. to
They're
him.
listening.
He's definitely listening.
Dude, I was just chilling with my niece, and I didn't think they were listening to me at all. And then all of a sudden, my sister's like, "Can you show us where your belly button is?" Lifts its shirt up and points to it, and I'm like, "You were fucking listening this whole time."
Yeah.
But what is it? How big is this niece?
That.
I get
What are we talking? 3?
We're talking
4?
almost 2.
2?
So
So
no
one in the
word,
ones.
you know what I'm saying? None of
I
the
know that's the
words.
fucked up thing. They can
Yeah.
understand you before they
It's
can
like a
talk.
cat.
And you
Yeah.
think they can't. It's
Yeah.
fucked up. This
Yeah.
like the little guy that we've been hanging out with. Like, I mean, you have nieces, but like, this is the first baby that I've actually
Yeah.
given a fuck about. Like, you know, you see a baby, you're like, all right, cute kid,
Whose
who
baby is
cares?
this? Malvin?
My best friend. My best friend that I grew up with. She used to live here. She used to live in this room.
Oh, you just said that so like it's my best friend.
My best friend,
relax.
dummy. My best friend, girl division.
Right. It's a
Obviously,
different
most
league.
of my best friends are men.
Yeah.
But the one girl is her. You know.
Totally.
And so, yeah, he just started talking, or like, he went from like a complete nothing to just like, you could tell he's like forming words, and then he started pretending to talk, and then he learned the word up, and that was fucked up because he likes getting like tossed around, and so he
Yeah.
just like came up to me and he was like, up, just doesn't talk to me, and then I start lifting him, and he's like, you know, laughing and clapping, and it's like, damn, he knows shit now.
And it's just a matter of time, dude. Flash forward 20 years, 30 years, he's going to be sitting, talking to the therapist.
Yep.
There was this fucking dude.
yeah, he would throw me
He
around.
would throw me around. I was telling him,
He-
stop.
He would call me a little fucker.
I swear I remember my first birthday. I know everybody said like one.
I believe it.
I have
What
a memory.
happened?
Okay, this is I'm in the chair.
The high chair?
birthday chair.
The birthday chair.
I was like, what the? I'm in the chair. There's a big blue cake in front of me. And I'm
Nice.
thinking, like, this is fucking crazy blue and you can eat it.
Yeah.
It's like this blue.
Right.
And I'm like thinking, and they're, my
Yeah, that's
parents are-
reserved for like Grover at that time in your life. You know what I mean?
Like, no food
The
has looked
Muppet.
like that. And you know
Yeah.
how,
I meant
like,
the
you let
president.
the baby on the first birthday, like, get all up in it with the
Yep,
hands?
yep.
Get all up in it.
They get all up in it. And I have a memory of I'm getting all up in it, and I'm going like, I can't believe this is blue and it's food. And
Yeah.
I take the lip. There's a little clown on the top of my cake.
uh-oh.
And
Well,
it's got
here
a
we
little
go.
clown collar, and it's got a little head, and it's got a little clown. And I put it in my mouth, and I go, that's actually not food.
Oh.
'Cause
That's
it
a
was
person.
It was-
That's
it was
the thing
little
I need to
topper.
be the rest of my life.
Yeah.
That's not food. That's my whole.
me. I just
that's
got a
me.
taste
I just
of what
ate
I want.
myself.
Wow.
I'm a fucking
Oh, we
clown.
just broke it down. How much are you paying your therapist? Meanwhile, we are figuring
Meanwhile,
it out.
I'm getting cashew milk and cold brew for
That's
free.
right. That's right.
Wow.
And this year on Stavvy's World, we have started reimbursing guests for their time. You will get less, obviously. I will be subtracting $50 from you as a lesson to you to be on time.
Well, so we were so late, and so I was like looking at the YouTube in the car. First of all, couldn't find the YouTube to save my life.
Okay,
You
that's weird.
Google Stav, that does not come up.
Stav?
Yeah.
S-T-A-V?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, oh wait, because it's a different channel.
Like your stand-up
Yeah.
comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Stavvy's World.
first, I'm
Okay.
lost. First
First time on the internet? you know, maybe try a different search term. Maybe scroll down literally maybe 3 times, it'll come up.
You know what you guys are good at?
Huh?
Every thumbnail's got a lot going on. It's a visual feast.
Yeah, that's all. Eldest and Benny Buttcheeks, is that true? Who designs the?
No, that's Shane.
Shane. Shout out to Shane, our editor.
He's
Wow.
he's been getting
Suck him off, Shane.
Yeah.
He needs a little nickname.
Yeah.
Let's work on Suck him off, Shane. that's
Why
all.
is it
Suck him
Benny
off,
butt
Shane.
cheeks? I've never seen his butt in my life.
He's got. I don't know.
Yeah, why is it?
He's
Benny
probably got
Buttcheeks? I've always
Sounds nice. Sounds fun. What the
Well,
fuck
you know
are you
what I
asking
call
for?
him.
Don't ever go against the family in public, Eldest.
What did you just say?
Don't let her
I've
fucking.
wondered.
Don't let her sow discord on live on the podcast.
Motion to change it to Benno Bald Guy.
No,
Come
bitch, you can't tell us what to name our guy in our own
It's
company.
Benno Bald Guy. It's perfect.
Not Bald O'Brien.
Bald O'Brien's really good too. Benno Bald Guy's not bad, but he's Benny Buttcheeks. He's Mr.
Benny
Cheeks.
Butt Cheeks, Mr. Cheeks.
He used to be Mr. Penis, and then we switched it because he looks like a penis.
That I get.
He looks like a penis.
and
He's a big, bold,
penis and
veiny
vibe.
penis. Yeah.
He is like. He's like.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't look like an O'Brien.
No.
Well.
He should-
I saw him without a shirt once. He's like sturdy, like a nice hard
Eldest-
penis. He's fucking cut. You wouldn't think it because he's always rocking the overalls, but
Yeah.
he told me about his like crazy little smoothies he drinks.
He does plyometrics every
He
day.
looks good as fuck. I'm
Wow.
like, damn, Ben, let me get a mesh tank top on, then let me just fucking feast my eyes.
Yeah. You ever seen him?
Congratulations.
Sometimes he does that thing where he wears a vest with no shirt underneath.
Wow.
Funny character.
Yep.
And he
He's
does.
shredded.
Doesn't he do chiropractic?
Basically.
He does body work. Yes.
What a good resource. I go, my knee hurts. Text Ben. He knows exactly what's going
Wow,
on.
that's great.
When you fell on the ground.
And for everyone, Benny Buttcheeks is a returning guest. Obviously, he's also the consigliere of Stavvy Baby Enterprises and the
Consigliere.
director of Fat Rascal, available now on Netflix, folks. So yeah, Ben's the man. Used to share an office.
Used to share an office with
Used to
Benny
go to
Buttcheeks.
his home.
I used to go to
In his
his
garage
house,
or
into
whatever
his
the
garage.
fuck.
And that was. Did you never go to it?
I went there.
Did you ever go to it?
No.
And guess what was painted on the wall?
Bunch of eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Exactly. Exactly.
What else? What else? Is it eyeballs? It's clowns. What else?
Teeth.
The teeth thing, but then my therapist was kind of on one about. So
Yeah.
hear me out.
Yeah,
Please.
what's happening?
So a preoccupation with teeth.
Uh-huh.
My therapist was trying to get to. So I was talking about how like the only images I have of myself as a child, like
I'm sorry,
in my-
teeth and your grandma had a fucking fake eye and popped her dentures
I guess
out.
it's as simple as
It's
that.
really just your grandma.
I know, but he was trying to be like, well, maybe you dress crazy because you don't want to be metabolized easily by others.
Oh, this guy's fucking stealing your money. That is so fucking
And you
stupid.
know, by the way-
he was just honestly like he was cooking. He was like, let's see how fucking
You know,
crazy I can get with this one.
I go 2 times a week and it's lie
two
down.
times?
I go.
You
I
get
go
him to get in the coffin.
Holy shit! Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm lying
2
down.
times a week,
2 times
dude?
a week. And I'm lying down like this.
That's
and then he's sitting
insane.
behind me and he's like scribbling. And he's like, well, and you know what's funny is that I'm lying down. I'm getting the full lie down treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He's on top of you.
he's, you know, whatever. Like, and it's Lacanian method, which is that he can end the session at the moment of breakthrough. So
Hilarious.
that, like, so
Bullshit.
the session,
We gotta do that.
That's
here.
awesome. What a fucking scam.
so it could be 20 minutes.
Oh
and I'm
yeah, it was
paying
the
for-
breakthrough. I need $300, please.
Do you ever wonder if perhaps you are wasting either time or money?
She's doing both.
But do you? But does she
do
ever
you
wonder?
wonder
Because
that,
we're all
yeah.
wondering that.
I'm not wondering it. I know it.
Here's what
There's no wonder in my. I know for a fact.
you are a dear friend of mine.
Right.
You are a dear friend of mine as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be hearing me talking like this? No. I'm basically
Kind
paying,
of.
I'm paying someone to just be like annoying twice
Right.
a week so that when
You're paying too much.
So
He doesn't need to be this fucking. He doesn't need to know some. Whatever it is, it's too much. And
It
you
is
could
a
go.
lot.
And you could go to a much. If that's all you're paying for, go to a fucking somebody
Oh,
who
you know
takes your
what's funny?
insurance.
is that when I'm having a panic attack, I do walk to Jack's house and I have a panic attack there. Because
Interesting.
he
But it's always
doesn't.
about something awesome that happened, which is weird.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Can't feel joy, huh?
yeah. What's that about? It's because you think you go downstairs to go experience some joy for the day, and then someone's eye pops out. So you think, oh, I don't want to get happy because what if
Right.
someone else's eye
Yeah.
pops out because I got happy?
But I have a question for the comedians
Please.
in the room.
Please.
Well, what about fucking
This
elders?
is. I
Yeah.
said the comedians in the room.
He's not a comedian.
You stand up?
He's a
Wow.
producer.
I'm not a comedian.
He's a funny guy, but not by trade.
You know, adjacent.
Yeah, yeah.
You're hitting those sound cues like fucking ha
Yeah.
ha ha.
He's definitely an entertainment professional. He's the best tour manager in the business and one of the. He's both the best and worst producer in podcasting, and that's what's beautiful about Eldest. He is the best at his job and the worst at his
What's
job.
the worst
at
thing
once.
you've ever done as a bad producer?
One time, one of these cameras, one of the cards wasn't plugged in one of the angles, so we lost 4K on an angle.
Wow.
Who
But
was the guest though?
I don't remember. Do you remember?
there's Garrett.
Garrett. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Garrett
Funny guy.
Reynolds.
Sometimes the worst thing you'll ever do is the best thing you could have done.
Wow. No, he's actually It's actually nice. He's good. What he fucks up is usually easily fixable quickly and fun to berate him because of like the what if he didn't catch it.
Have you chipped your tooth once again, my
I
friend?
did. I've never chipped it. I lost it completely.
Right.
And then I woke up one day and my new tooth was chipped and I have no recollection of how it happened. And I was just getting high in my apartment and I woke up and it was chipped.
Do you think it's because it's fake? It has less integrity?
I think it's actually stronger.
Oh. Well, I can't believe we're at a point where it's like we should just be replacing them entirely. They're not. These don't work. Period. They
Yeah.
Oh,
always
you guys
hurt.
don't have veneers yet?
No. You got beautiful veneers, man.
No. But I'll get them.
You will?
When I can afford them, I'll get them. Hell yeah.
No,
I want to use
I
this
like fucked up
extremely
teeth.
famous platform.
Yeah.
The Stav that can't
Stavvy's
doesn't
World.
show up on Google
Stavvy's
Podcast.
World. Google what it fucking is.
Google
I
Podcast.
Google the
Stav.
name.
Google Stav. Google Stav. See what happens. You're lost. You can't. Find
Yeah, it's a fucking it's 4 letters.
Did you try on YouTube or Google?
I don't remember. It was a little blurry.
Because if it's on Google, it's definitely
First of all,
gonna be the
she's
stand-up.
complaining. Hold on. Let's just say let's highlight what she's complaining about. On the Uber here, when she was already late, she decided to do a little preparation. While being already 1 hour late for the podcast, she was preparing, and now she's mad because she typed in STAV instead of STAVVY. She's pissed off she couldn't handle 2 extra letters while also, for the record,
What?
being over 1 hour
Then
late.
I was looking at the.
Who the fuck is Stav Straka? What the fuck? Now I'm pissed off, actually. How the fuck
Yeah,
don't I get it?
See, that's what I'm
Who does-
saying.
Who the
What's
fuck
that?
are these Stav? Who the fuck is Stav Beggar?
That's what I'm saying.
Shout out Stav
StavisLost.com?
You don't even come up.
I don't come out at all.
This is something you can pay for, isn't
But how
it?
about
Yeah.
this? Search Stav. I bet I'm the number one. Stavvy.
Well,
I mean, I
at
would-
that point, it's like, my God.
No, there's some fucking.
Dang.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
but they're
I'm the
paying for
second
that.
one. Stavvy Digital Real Estate Transaction Platform.
Yo,
Get
open
the
up-
fuck
up.
out of here. Who the fuck is that?
Dude, don't disrespect them, man. The Stavvy's
Fuck
digital
Stavvy.
real estate transaction
Go-
platform.
go to
I
their
wanna
about.
Go to
Yeah.
your Wikipedia.
No, we're not going to my Wikipedia.
Come on, let's see.
No, no.
Get the real Wikipedia, right?
Hi, we're Stavvy. Stavvy is transforming real estate transactions into a swift, secure, data-driven experience. In other words, moving real estate beyond documents.
Oh.
What?
This is a scam.
Crypto
bro.
real estate
Whoa.
stole my
This
name?
looks like a fake site, like a template
Yeah.
that barely got edited
And
or
yeah.
something.
Well, fuck this company. We're at war with them. Yeah, look at that. All that shit.
Stavvy.com, though, that's a great...
Stavvy.com.
they got
I'm
the URL.
Stavvy.biz.
They swooped
Really?
you, though, with
Yeah.
the
Congrats.
.com.
I never wanted .com. I'm a biz guy. I'm about my fucking business.
I'm an
So,
FR guy.
He is nationally touring comic who came to prominence as a
Stop
founding
reading my
co-host
fucking
of
Wikipedia.
podcast.
Eldest, move on. This she wants to vamp.
Blue
It's not enough.
humor.
It's not enough for her to be late. She has to read my Wikipedia
Well, so
to fill up
then
the
I
time.
I finally, for the love of God, found the Stav podcast page.
Stavvy's World.
And I'm
Call it the
like-
right. You're on it right now. Know the name. That's the second time you're on
And
it.
I'm looking and I'm going, these episodes are 2 hours. There's no way we're going to be able to
Right.
do this.
I think we'll be able to crank an hour
but
and a half
2
though,
hours?
because we're having fun.
Yeah, that's true. It
It's-
does fly by.
The long. I mean, most of the time, we never intended for this.
That's my question.
That's what's weird is that I don't know, it's weird to be like, oh, I've discovered enjoying podcasting because it's in my house. I never have to travel. I'm with eldest.
Weirdly, I was thinking, and this goes back to the therapy of it all.
And also, real quick, I'm talking to my friends who I actually don't see, so I actually
Right,
enjoy
that's
the
true.
conversations
That is
too.
true.
But anyway,
And
what
I
goes back
was
to the
excited to
therapy?
come because I was like, oh, I haven't seen stuff since the last time I did it.
Is that possible? Yeah, probably.
Crap.
It's been a wild year.
It's been a wild year.
Cool.
You rose to prominence as a blue humor.
I'm doing blue humor. That's true.
What?
Blue.
But I was telling Jack in the car right on the way here. I was like, the podcast is really fun because people call in and ask Stav questions, and his EQ is very high. So actually, it is kind of, you do weirdly have like therapy language.
What does EQ mean?
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I said, do you mean IQ? Yeah. And is that IQ?
What is EQ? Isn't that a sound
emotional
term?
That's a
IQ?
sound thing, equalizing.
Yeah. Emotional intelligence?
Emotional
Wait,
quality.
can you Google EQ?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's
I'll
no
just
way I
Google
pulled this
EQ
out of
pod.
nowhere. But it is
EQ.
kind of like your.
Oh, I guess it does mean
Intelligence.
emotional intelligence.
And yet, shouldn't it be EI?
It should be EI.
That's an IQ test.
and
right
that
there.
goes again. And that's how we battle AI with EI.
Whoa, this has become
with
poetic.
fucking love in our hearts.
I've had it with AI, by the way.
I love AI.
No!
You hate it? It's up next.
I've had it.
Sarah's pissed off because if you just type in clown shitting pants big eye, there goes all her shit. AI can completely replace her.
Literally, yes. And does this go on TikTok as well?
I mean, we'll do some clips, I suppose.
And here's another thing I've drawn the line with. That.
TikTok, you
Yes.
don't enjoy it.
No, it's nope. I
Wow.
don't know.
That's groundbreaking, Sarah. You're really fucking taking a stand. You're against short form
Don't
videos.
you think it's like crazy?
Yeah, of course. But this is crazy that you're saying this out loud. That this is what you think is like merits discussion on
You're
a
doing amazing.
podcast.
You're doing really
Yeah,
good.
TikTok's bad. We all know that.
Don't listen to him. You got this, okay? Go. Nobody's ever done a rant about TikTok being odd. Just do it.
Start my clock. Start my clock.
All right, we have 37 seconds left of the podcast. Go.
Sarah ISO about how bad TikTok is. Let's go.
And you
Look right into that camera. Give us your best. What's bad about TikTok?
It is a schizophrenic platform.
Good job, buddy. That's awesome.
Schizophrenic.
You didn't even get it out
As
clean.
I was saying that, I was like, that's not nice to schizophrenic people.
Oh, you don't want to get canceled by that. No.
Libtard.
Dude, you can piss off leftist liberal types, but if you piss off schizophrenic people, oh, their magazines are
Watch
ruthless,
out.
by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up
Schizophrenic.
down the street, and I actually should bring this up in therapy tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Are you fucking kidding? You hold on a second. You pushed the fucking podcast back to go because you had back-to-back therapy. You couldn't have just had a double session tomorrow. God, you're a fucking asshole. That's so
And
funny.
guess what? So I'm on the couch and I'm lying like this, and so my eye line is out the window, and I just see this big billboard for the new Sandler movie Leo, and I'm just locking eyes with Leo my
Yep.
whole therapy session. And I told Sandler, I say, while I'm unpacking my inherited Holocaust trauma, I'm
Right.
just staring right into
All
the
right,
eyes
which
of
is
Leo.
definitely a real thing.
Holocaust.
Inherited. Come on. You gotta get out of that therapist, man. Inherited fucking trauma is so funny.
I guess if somebody,
Epigenetic, isn't that what people say, that it's like in your genes? If something bad happened to your
talked about it for,
grandfather.
like,
how
3
long ago though?
That's what it's.
Yeah.
You can definitely trauma affects you in the way, like, if shit fucks somebody up, they're gonna raise you
Yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Or
Or
like
like
some
beef.
people make the argument that it's literally in like your DNA. If like your grandpa gets
Right.
slapped, you're like, you as a baby, you're like, my cheek hurts.
I definitely think it's like, I think every problem can be just traced back to men go to war and then they come back so messed up and
Yeah.
then they're
And then they
mean
make
to
awesome
everyone.
movies, and then they do cool art,
Yeah, yeah.
and then they kill themselves sometimes.
yeah,
Not me.
yeah.
I'm not gonna.
So your rant starts now.
What? My rant on what?
On war.
Right into the camera.
Into the camera?
Yeah.
Listen up out there. You got to do it sometimes, man. It just is what it is.
Yep.
And it's kind of pointless to try to stop it a little bit.
Yep.
It's something we've always done. We're good at it.
Get the
We're fucking
blicky
good
out.
at it.
We're
Get the
good at
blicky.
it.
And
Let's
just
get strapped and let's pop.
find somebody that looks, you know,
Different.
not necessarily different. They could look the same if they sound different.
Okay.
and then I guess see who kills each other first.
We gotta stop with war.
Sarah's 2 for 2. TikTok's bad, so is war. Get up, go ahead into the camera.
Are we kidding at this point?
What if they are?
What if it's a big goof?
What if they are?
Oh yeah.
It's crazy at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Do you think so?
War is crazy.
Do you think it's crazier now than it has been previously?
Yeah, because it's like we did it so many times.
Yeah.
I didn't get
So
to
true.
do it yet personally. Is the thing.
Yeah, totally.
It's kind of like, I don't know. It feels like me saying like we shouldn't do war feels like me going to AA. It's like I haven't earned that yet.
Right.
I need to go to war first
Right.
before I'm anti-war.
Right.
Right. You have to kill a man with your bare hands, watch your friend die, something like that.
Yeah.
Or die. Be a
Enough
ghost.
with guns.
Yeah.
Seriously.
She's on one, folks. It might have taken a while to get her here, Elvis, but it was worth the wait with takes like this.
She has a powerful message to get out to the world.
Oh, what do you think about diseases?
We've got to.
You gotta stop having them.
I mean, it's insane. I do think I go this.
Yeah.
I go this.
Really? We haven't cured cancer? I mean, don't you think that's crazy?
Yeah, I do.
We haven't figured that out.
I know. That is kind of fucked up.
Stupid question.
Go ahead.
Does cancer really kill you?
Or is it like... No, that's a good question.
Now we're talking. Now we're getting into
That's
it.
gonna age well.
Now we're getting into it.
Yeah.
And
Is it
my
one of
thing
those
is,
things
yeah, I
where it's
think
like
it does.
Cancer, but isn't it always like cancer causes something
You're
that
thinking of
causes
AIDS.
heart failure?
You're thinking of AIDS. That's
You know
how
what
AIDS
I'm
works.
saying?
It's maybe getting into the language of it.
Cancer does actually for sure kill you.
Yeah. It'd be
100%.
disrespectful to say otherwise.
Isn't it always your heart kills you or something?
I don't know, man,
don't
but you know what
know,
I'm
I
saying.
know.
Now we're just picking nits.
What were
I'd
you-
love to
yeah.
get back to this chiropractor though that we kind of went on a 40-minute digression on.
Oh, wait, so I've been to a chiropractor before.
Yeah.
And while it's happening, you're like, this can't be right. This can't be right. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing I like to talk about.
How it's bullshit.
How it
But what
can't-
you said while it's happening, what about afterwards? Is there any moment where it feels different? Or you just mean it feels different but wrong?
it feels like someone is realigning your bones. That's medieval.
Yeah,
quackery.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
medieval quackery.
Well, I do think there's something. I do think ghosts are involved in, like, the fundamental understanding of chiropractic.
Whoa.
Wait, go on.
I
with
don't.
this.
That's all
Like,
I know.
you think there's a ghost in between the bones?
I
that's
don't
made a
know.
little
Look that
house or
up.
something in
Look
there,
up
and then you
chiropractors
get 'em out?
ghosts.
Well, that is like when you crack your back and you've been to war and you have like a flashback because you've uncracked something from your spine.
Yeah.
That is ghost territory.
Coming out.
Yeah. Or like if you do too much acid and it gets stored in your spine and then you crack your back too
You
hard.
get
and
high. Life hack.
That's what people
Life
say,
hack.
but I don't believe that.
Save money on acid.
Yeah.
30 years
Now-
from now, you want to get high?
Yeah. Now, Sarah, do you think part of it is like, how many people do you think have touched you, like, in your entire life?
physically.
You know what I mean?
that
Like,
mean?
like, I mean, literally, how many people have, like,
Not
touched
that
you
many.
in longer than, like, hugs? Let's take
Not
hugs
that
out.
many.
You know what I mean? Not that many.
Not that
Do you think it just
many.
feels weird to be touched in a prolonged way by somebody?
It's a violent kind of touch though.
Yeah. Which
so
is
it's
even
not
worse.
like, listen, I don't like getting knocked around like that.
Sure.
I almost feel like you're good. Like, you don't need therapy. You're the healthiest person I maybe know physically, I think actually 100% verified. So
Really?
you don't need to
You
be...
go to the doctor and shit?
She goes to
No.
the doctor.
No.
I hate to say it. That's why you fucking bring me along, man. You have perfect blood pressure. Your doctor said, is this HIPAA?
No, go.
I'm not involved in the contract. You have the lowest, what's it called? BMI?
He goes.
Oh, that makes
your
sense.
BMI couldn't be any lower, and I
Yeah.
go, "Well, take me out to dinner first, doctor."
Yeah.
And he said he was doing my blood pressure. He goes, "Oh my god, you have the blood pressure of an athlete."
Wow.
And the dentist told
Really?
me that I have concerningly high blood pressure.
The dentist? Do they even take your blood pressure?
You know
you
what?
can just
This
feel
was
it in your
crazy.
mouth?
I went to the dentist. They didn't clean my teeth. They didn't do anything. And I hadn't been to the dentist in 8 years. And I went in for the first time.
took your
and they
blood
took my blood
pressure?
pressure, didn't do a cleaning, nothing. Just sent me out. Just like, all right, well, what? I have heart disease and no help? And I didn't get I still haven't had my teeth cleaned in 8 years.
Dude, it's going to hurt when you get them cleaned.
That's all right.
That first cleaning back
Really?
was brutal.
You know what? They did just pick at it. They like examined them. And
that shit.
that hurt a bit, but they said they wouldn't believe me if I'd said it was 8 years because they're doing all right.
That's good.
No cavities.
Dude, see, I didn't brush my teeth for maybe 5 years.
No, what do you mean?
And I
That's why
exactly
they're,
what I
that's why
said.
they're crumbling inside your
They're
head.
not crumbling.
They're crumbling.
The fake one's crumbling.
Right.
That's not even me. Anyway, I'm back. I've been brushing for the last.
Oh, man.
How old am I
You
now?
just didn't feel like it.
30.
From 25 to 30, I did not brush my teeth.
No
And how
shit.
did, no one was. People were kissing your mouth.
Oh yeah.
People
They
were
were.
kissing.
Did anybody
your mouth.
ever tell you that your breath smelled bad because of
Not
that?
really. No, I
I
never
wonder if
got
your
that.
pH was just like self-regulated.
I think something like that. Something like
you
that.
just didn't feel like it.
I did not feel like it. I never. My mom, like, you know how an overworked parent will pick her battles.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mom picked. She was like, "Look,
Oh yeah.
teeth. I'm telling them to do it every night. If they do it, whatever."
You know what?
And so
Yeah.
I very sparingly,
Yeah.
as a child, as a child, I was maybe like every 3 days I'd give him a brush kind of kid.
That's good as a kid.
As a kid, and then I just. You live such a feral, like, I lived here, it felt like, you know what I mean? Like, you live such a feral lifestyle.
Yeah.
Where you're on the road. When I was on the road, I never brushed my teeth until like, the last tour. Like,
That is so. And none of your girlfriends were ever like, "Yo,
no.
wow." I guess it just must be a self-regulating mouth.
I think so.
My problem is I brush too hard because I'm a uptight, like
Yeah.
tightly wound
Yeah.
person. So I brush too
You
hard.
fuck your gums
and
up?
yeah, exactly.
Fuck your gums.
So,
Gums, fuck your
my
gums, man.
my first cleaning back after not, like, brushing my teeth at all was some of the most excruciating pain in my life. My gums were inflamed.
No.
Yeah.
I caught it where I was like, oh God, if I had gone another 6 months, I would have been fucked. I had to get like heavy duty teeth cleaning where they cleaned my shit and I literally spit out like the most crimson you've ever seen in your life just from gums.
Whoa.
Like every time she touched it with a little scraper, like gushing blood, you know.
Wow.
I've had a ton of mouth
mean-
stuff done since then. Cleaned
Yeah.
up all the cavities, all this shit.
Now you're brushing.
Now I'm brushing. I got the electric
Flossing.
shit. I'm flossing too, brother.
And you know, this came up today in
Fun.
therapy as well.
Okay.
I said actually the most calm I ever feel in my entire life is when I'm in the dentist chair. And my
Wow.
therapist said, is that because there's drills in your head and you actually have to surrender control for 1 minute of your life? And I go, absolutely. So yeah, guess he's fucking bullshit, right?
I mean, that's one of the most obvious answers. Again, everything he's told you is either something we could have told you or complete dog shit.
And it
like,
doesn't matter either way, kinda.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. It's more of like a interesting conversation.
You
I'll
don't
be honest
think
with
it's
you.
important? You don't think it's important for me to know that I have a interesting relationship with the archetype of control? You don't think that's that I need to know about?
You don't
But-
need to spend however the fuck much and go
more
2 times a
money
week.
than you could ever possibly imagine.
Go to get a regular ass therapist who's telling you regular shit. You know what I mean?
call into Stav podcast.
Yeah,
and I
please
go,
do. Literally, that would be better for you than what you're doing right
Yeah,
now.
at
I'm
least
not
be
even
funny.
kidding.
He has a therapy. You have like real therapy.
My therapist bodies it. I go so quite simply AI style. This is a problem I have with my life.
That's how
what
it should
action
be.
can I take to not have the
That's
problem?
exactly how it
We
should
address
be.
It.
Not
you
like-
find out that you like to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Like that's a
You
simpler
shouldn't
way to say
debate
it.
what the meaning of eyelashes are as a symbol. That's not what you should go to therapy for.
You have gone with a problem and they have fixed.
That's the whole fucking
problem.
point. It's a
Yeah.
doctor. It's not like a conversation you pay for.
So what? Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what your problem is that you want.
I mean-
fixed.
Well, that's kind of the thing.
The problem might be
is
the
it.
whole thing
That's
of it.
the problem.
Yeah,
That
I
is
could
the problem.
list. So I just
know.
5 off the
What's
top of
the
my head.
opposite of a therapist? Someone to talk shit at you who doesn't.
Oh yeah.
who steals your
Oh, somebody to
Someone
roast
who
you.
gives
No,
you money
I
to
had-
talk shit about you.
I had that. I had a conference. Fuck, what's it called? He did.
Wait, are you serious? Like a real thing?
My old therapist.
Oh,
used to
right,
do me-
combative or whatever.
It was called It's
Combative
not called.
therapy.
It's not called combative. It's not called. It's
Exposure
in
therapy?
instigating. It's called fuck.
That's crazy though.
I went to it and he was fucking straight up mean
He was
to me. And
shredding you. What was he saying to you? Give us a couple good ones.
And is this
let me
the
think of a thing
well?
I can
Because
say
last
out
time you
loud.
were, didn't you get an article written about you last time for something like this?
Yep.
And is that all right to do again?
No. The last time
Why
I went on
not?
a podcast, I said something that he said in therapy, and then Page Six wrote an article about it.
That's hilarious. Look that up, Eldis. Look up Sarah Sherman therapy, page 6.
Dang it! Wait a minute. My whole fucking thing that she told me was don't bring this type of thing up. Whoops.
Oh, it wasn't Page Six. It was Entertainment Weekly.
Therapist quit after sending her
SNL
crazy.
Breakout.
Breakout.
SNL breakout. Sarah
Congrats,
Sherman.
bro.
Well,
I
that
didn't
was
know you're on SNL.
that was August.
Therapist
All right,
quit.
that's good.
Hey, that's a funny joke, by the way. What
Go
happens
up.
if you say a funny joke on a podcast?
I'll
Can you
bring
not
up-
use it in
You
therapy?
can't.
Huh?
Oh, wait, I forgot to mention he fired me.
Quit after sending her crazy conspiracy paintings. So this was your last therapist.
Yeah.
I like
So
him.
you're at. We need to.
What do you say? I'm batting at 100.
1,000.
I'm batting at
yeah,
100.
batting
100's
1,000.
I'm batting at 1,000.
Sarah Sherman's former therapist is listening. She would like you to know that you walked out on the best mind pussy of your life.
See, that's a good
That's
joke.
awesome.
So I'm
No, that's
wondering-
interesting. They're burning your material.
No,
Yeah, that's
I
fucked up.
said something funny on a podcast.
Oh, you
and then
burned it.
after I said it, I was like, well, I should say that on stage. But if you
Now,
already say it in a podcast, you can't say it on
You can
stage.
say it again, sure.
I don't. Yeah.
You can work it as a bit.
I haven't written a bit in 8 years.
Yeah, that's fine.
Crap. And if you're watching
You're
this,
out there with
please come
fucking
to my
Bad Bunny,
show.
dude. You're out there fucking shit, doing shit with Adam Driver. He's a baby. That was a good sketch.
He's cool. He's a good actor too.
And this is
Oh, he's
why
being
we
nice.
respect him.
What? So
Because he's being nice to
He's,
you.
and he keeps up. You don't hear from him from a long time. But he's keeping up.
But he's good.
I'm
He'll
keeping
do
up.
that.
I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
pro.
Yeah.
What was Adam Driver like? Was he cool?
You can see the military training.
Oh yeah, because he was in
Which
the Marines.
you have to
He
respect
was like
it.
he was talking about Osama. He was like, "We're gonna get that motherfucker back."
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
part of
that's
that.
when he
He was a
joined, yeah.
9/11 Marine,
Yeah. But and
man.
I respect. You know what?
which I do get for real.
A
If
lot
you're
of people,
ever
yeah.
gonna be patriotic, it's like, let's fucking go. That was the time. Like, that's the time to do it.
Would
When
you
George
jump
Bush
in?
threw that fucking fastball.
What would it take for you right now?
Yeah, to join.
If somebody like
Okay.
lit the fucking Pentagon on fire and maybe was pissing on
I
it
think
in a
it's-
I
disrespectful
think
way.
they would have to like something with your mom. Like the government would have to come. for your
Yeah,
mom.
I think I'm past that point at this point. You'd have to. I
You're
mean,
not with the country.
what could they do that's worse than 9/11? Like.
Yeah, what could they do?
Let's think about this for them. Let's plan another 9/11 for them. I mean, at this point, I'm not doing shit, dude. I'm over. I'm done. But in my 20s, as a young man, kind of looking for meaning.
I think someone could get me to do it. I just don't want to. I'm basically too lazy. But if
Yeah.
somebody came to me and was like, "Listen, we got it all taken care of. Get out right now, and you're gonna have like a sick ass fucking gun
Yep.
in an airplane."
You're on the back of the you got the turret, and they're driving the fucking like
Yeah.
4-wheeler.
As
And
long
you're
as I don't have to do
like,
cardio, yeah.
yeah. No, I think you're right. It would have to be it would have to be like almost tribal, where it's like defend my family. I would have to like.
Here's the thing, though, and this sounds like I'm kind of. I'm taking a. Sorry, I'm distracted because there's like ads on the TV.
Right. I'll just come on, get out of this, man.
We did. This is gonna sound like I'm taking a left turn. We did shows in Arizona, and people were packing at the show. And
They had the heater on them.
so
You could see it.
have
How
to-
many people?
Yeah, they're going.
There was like 12 people at my shows. In Arizona.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that. I mean, how many people had a gun?
I literally asked. Remember, I asked on stage. I was like, because there was like a joke where I need to find out how much a ticket costs to my show.
Yep.
So I go, how much did you pay to be here? And people are going like. I go, how much you? And I'm asking the crowd, I'm like, how much did you pay to be here? And then someone goes like, we all won a raffle to be at this show.
Oh my god,
They get
that's
a chance to get
brutal.
Matt Rife tickets if they go.
Holy fuck, that's
all right.
tough.
That's-
Where were you? House of Comedy? What was it called?
Phoenix. What was it?
House of Comedy, kind of in the burbs.
No,
I
it
think
was like in a
maybe it was
shopping
their
mall.
second. There's like 2 locations of this place.
Okay.
Stand Up Live, Phoenix.
Stand up.
Oh, Stand Up Live.
Literally awesome shows.
I do like Stand Up Live.
And but there was like it was a bad joke. I was like, you guys have open carry here. Open carry. What about open Miranda, open Samantha, and open
That's
Charlotte?
good. That's good.
And
I
everybody's
like
like
that.
not laughing because
Yeah.
they actually had guns, and so they're not going to understand.
Or they're not Sex and the City
Yeah.
fans.
Well, I don't
Oh, you
think
mean
the
the-
Venn diagram between guns and Sex and the City.
Yeah.
So then,
That is true.
but it was crazy.
How many
being
gay guys
around.
have guns, do you think?
I don't really think that many.
Probably not, which is a shame.
I don't think that many.
I guess
I'll
they
ask
would
them.
kill them. They would kill each other over some, whose like foundation
slaying.
looked better. Yeah, who's slaying? If you accuse someone of not serving, they might fucking
Talk about slaying. That's a slay.
Do you
That's
know
a slay.
people with guns? Do you know people with guns?
yeah.
Here's the thing, because we do as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to say their names on the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Is it the pedophiles from the beginning of the podcast? Is that how they fucked the kids?
Yeah, they fucked a gun.
you have a gun, you wake up every single morning, you put a gun in your pocket or whatever.
Not necessarily.
You literally, but that is like when people are packing like that, it's like you just wake up every day ready to kill someone, literally.
I think they usually keep them in their house. I think most people I know don't like walk around with a gun.
But the people at the Arizona show were strapped.
They were happy about it, but that's okay.
But
they're in the desert.
But they wake up in the morning and they put the gun on and they literally are. When you do that, you're like, I'm ready to kill someone.
There's definitely a nice percentage of those motherfuckers that are hoping like
this is not an empty
a rowdy teen fucking gets in their face.
If I was on my deathbed and I fucking loved guns and I had one my whole life and I never fucking ever got to use it on somebody, I'm not saying I would do this and I don't condone it either. However, there's a chance that nurse is gonna get it. Or whoever's right in front of me.
How about this? You wheel. You're like here's my last wish. Wheel me out.
Give me a
as a high school is letting out, as an urban high school is letting out. Okay, I'm gonna have like well, I don't want to say Jordans again because I feel like I made a racist joke using Jordans already. But I'm gonna have, like maybe some Rolexes, and it's gonna be falling off. You're just basically gonna be like a sitting duck for like shit children like teenagers. Fortnite packs. You're covered in
skins.
You're covered in Fortnite skins, and like and you're like, oh no. I hope I've been left alone. I hope nobody takes my Fortnite skins. And then first fucking kid that tries to grab it, pow, 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 pow.
Oh my God. That's what they want, the people with the guns.
That's what I'm saying.
They want like people to like come up on them so they can use it.
That's what I mean. If you're I wouldn't kill the nurse. I would try and kill some... Right. Well, I guess I wouldn't do Fortnite skins. Maybe let's trap maybe a pedophile.
You want a bad one?
Maybe a pedophile.
Right.
Maybe like, I have this sexy baby in my lap, and I'm too old to fuck it. Does anybody want to take? I hope nobody takes it from me though.
Well, here's a reverse idea, I guess, of that. Essentially, the idea is like, why not let somebody else do it and be charitable with your death? The idea
what do you mean?
like,
Somebody else kills you?
Yeah, like you know what? I'm gonna die anyways. I'm gonna let somebody get the free kill.
Or how about this? You do a duel with another old guy like you.
Yeah, and televise it.
Best man wins.
Trademark. Cut this out.
Love that.
Show pitch. Strike's over.
Yeah.
Finally, we can talk about it. So the show's called, what's it called? It's called the Hospice Showdown or something, I guess, something like that.
Last man standing.
Hospice Deathmatch.
Roulette.
Hospice.
Deal or No Deal Hospice Edition. And we kind of branded with the Deal or No Deal. We get Howie Mandel involved.
Is he dying?
You open a briefcase, it's like you either have a gun or you don't.
That's a good way for war to go down.
Yeah. Everyone picks a briefcase.
Yeah.
And then if both of them have guns, that's a duel. But if only one has a gun,
it's a
pop.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
No, you just execute him.
It's an execution.
Yeah, it's an execution.
That's a good Mr. Beast idea too. for when he starts running low. Or
and look, it doesn't have to be Deal or No Deal. I'm just saying it would be great to get Howie involved. I just think, he seems like a great guy.
He's on TikTok.
He's on the top.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Big time. Well, look, we should get to these questions.
Did we already talk about our death row meals?
Did we?
Huh?
Do you remember this, Elders?
Death row meals?
What's yours? Go ahead.
Well, because I can't do dairy.
Right.
So I can go out with a bacon cheeseburger
fries. So you would shit yourself in the electric chair. Bacon cheeseburger fries?
Bacon cheeseburger fries, onion
milkshake?
rings, Dr. Pepper, maybe a chocolate malt.
Malt is sick.
Black and white cookie, rainbow cookie.
Jewish,
period.
Yeah.
Throw a lock in there, throw cheese blunts in there, period. Your turn, go.
Okay.
Pickle, I'd also put a pickle in it, go.
That's not that much dairy
Maybe
for
a celery.
never being able to eat dairy in your whole life.
Yeah, maybe. Did you say milkshake?
I guess
said
the
a chocolate malt.
Okay.
Malt,
Malt, that's powder. I guess there's
No, but there's milk in it.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Go.
Soda jerks.
Go.
Last meal ever, I would have to request. These are discontinued, but the Pizza Hut wings from back in the day before they went to Wing Street.
Wait, were they fried?
Good. Yeah, they weren't.
Because now they're baked
they
and they suck dick.
Yeah, they used to be so good. Damn. But I don't know. Also, maybe
respect the wing from your youth. I think you were just a kid because I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings recently, being like, damn, I love B-Dub-Dub. I spent a lot of my high school time there watching the UFC with my brothers, and which is really what we did a lot, and just not as good as you remember them.
I mean, it's got to depend on.
Could
the
be Bidenflation, because the quality of the chicken seemed lower,
and
the
there's
sauce seemed worse. There was a couple years ago. I think we're back.
Yeah,
because Wingstop was selling thighs.
Ooh.
Now you know shit's bad.
Yeah, that's scary. That's
They had a whole commercial. They tried to get away with it, but anyway, sorry to cut you off. Wing Street before Wing Street Wings.
Yeah, Wing Street Wings. I mean, you listed so much food.
Yeah, go crazy.
Yeah, but don't go that because it is a meal.
That's a
yeah,
meal.
but
What
I
you
don't
said
know
is
that,
It is a
reasonable.
meal. It's a meal.
I guess, yeah, Wing Street Wings, maybe some Twizzlers, maybe. I can't think of food that like is meaningful to me.
What about that chicken Caesar salad wrap?
My last meal.
That's crazy.
Oh, interesting. A lot
you
of my
can't
food-
do that.
No, hold on a second.
Why?
That's a
Why?
lunch. That's like a fucking consultant's lunch.
No,
But
no.
this
is different.
This
This
is
is
A chicken Caesar
discontinued-
wrap.
we went.
It's from a slice shop.
We were doing.
I don't know,
we
man.
Were, but it had sentimental value
It's
because
covered in cheese.
we were doing shows in DC, and he's from DC, and he was like, "Bro, I gotta take you to this place."
Wait, where
You
is this
will
place?
go."
It
I
was
know of DC.
on the hellish waterfront, like where the ice rink is.
wow.
That piece of that slice shop.
Okay.
They used to do wraps, but they're gone now.
And he was like, "You're
I
not
can't.
even
I
gonna
can't
believe
co-sign this. That's crazy.
You
He
didn't
was like,
go
"You're
spend
not
every
gonna
day at the
believe
Georgetown
that."
waterfront.
No, that's not a good answer, man. I'm sorry.
Well, I
you,
got
you
an
might
answer
just
to
not
my-
be a food guy though. It doesn't seem like it's not something that really like speaks to you.
I don't. I guess I can't say that I am.
What are your
I
vices?
eat every day, huh?
What are your vices? Like, are you a booze guy? Or
No, it's
weed
food. It's
guy?
candy.
It's candy.
Yeah.
Okay. Candy. That's fun.
You know
Licorice,
the
whatever.
metal rods with the candy bags on it at 7-Eleven that we
Oh,
have with it?
yes.
He made that in his house.
That's
for
cool.
candy.
No, I didn't.
You
That's
did!
awesome.
My house is nothing but
That's actually fucking
a punching
cool.
bag and all my black glasses. I got nothing else and a bunch of suits.
Right. Punching
Yeah.
bag. A picture of the Prophet Muhammad that you're daring someone to have a problem with.
Oh yeah, I was at the Hebdo thing and it wasn't what they say. I don't want to get into it though.
All right. Let's get it. Let's do some fucking questions.
Deal.
I've
Dude.
answered this before. I think I would go a full Korean barbecue spread. Ooh. Grill it myself. Get that fucking the most expensive beef in the world.
Oh
Grill that fucker up. Have some dumplings. Have a
that's a good
seafood
answer.
pancake.
yeah.
And it's
That's
really
great.
it's also an event. You know, you're
Yeah.
fucking
There's
people
out
there?
I think so. I just mean like it's the kind of meal that's an event.
Do they
you know?
allow that
I don't know.
For that to go somewhere for,
for you
your
to
last
chill with
meal?
friends? as
No,
well?
I don't think. But I could. I mean, just grilling it. I do it myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing something.
Wow. Oh yeah.
It's
So that you don't think. Yeah.
I've read that the last meals are like barely honored by prisons anymore. Like you tell them what you want, they're like, "Yeah, if it's easy to get, we can get it. We could do it."
Yeah,
but they'll
yeah.
just
Are
give
you
some
kidding me?
bullshit. And
I mean, it makes sense. Why the fuck you fucking mass murder 12
Yeah,
kids?
right.
And it's like, all right, man, we're gonna get you exactly the type of stuffed crust pizza you like.
I also
Is there
read.
no more dignity in this life?
I don't. I actually
Well,
really
I
don't.
also read there's like this one guy who like just asked for like the most elaborate like 12-course crazy ass shit like last
man.
meal. The prison got it, and then he refused to eat it.
Respect.
And he like went out without eating it, and I think that like it's probably
Cool.
shit like that the prisons are like, all right,
He
fuck
ruined
these
it for
motherfuckers.
But you get,
everyone.
the other people get free food though. That's kind of like a solid.
Yeah.
Like oh,
And you
shit,
go
I'm
out as
fucking-
skinny legend.
I know, but he went out hard.
Whatever. Fuck
I
him.
love
Fuck.
dying.
Fuck you guys. That's a very good point, guest of mine. You know what else is very good? The NFL playoffs. That's right, it's NFL playoff time, folks. One of the best times of year, and there's no better way to spend the playoffs than with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs. DraftKings is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. I love DraftKings Sportsbook. I've been all over the place. I'm placing, look, I'm not giving advice. I'm just telling you, I love putting money on my team. I love betting on the Ravens. They're going all the way, baby. And one of my favorite features, in-game betting. Let's say I fuck up. It's not looking good for me. What I thought was a sure thing. Maybe I'm getting my ass fucked a little bit. Well, good news, folks. You can always switch it up with in-game betting. Just make up mistakes. Me personally, that's all. I'm not telling you what to do. It's making every moment interesting, even if the bet of the first day is over. Let's keep it going. Let's get that in-game going. I love the DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm a user myself. Here's what I want you to do. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Stavvy, STAVVY. New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code Stavvy, STAVVY. The crown is yours. Let's go Ravens. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See dkng.com/football for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming sources. I'm straight. Play us some fucking questions, Elvis.
Oh, the best is the transcription. Hey, stop and Elvis.
Yeah, the best thing is something the listeners have no idea about. Go on, Elvis.
Hey, Stavvy baby. How's it going? This is Jeremy from Brooklyn.
Big Jeremy.
What up, Elvis? Hello to the guest. Want to get your opinion on something. So the background is I'm 38. I'm getting into dating for the first time in quite a while. And I have had terrible teeth my whole life. Bad genetics, no dentist visits when I was a kid. So about earlier this year, I ended up having most of them pulled and getting dentures.
Ooh.
So I wear dentures now, and I like them. I'm happy with how they look. Nobody's asked if they're real or told me they look fake or anything like that. My question is, how do I tell girls that my teeth aren't real? I mean, do I put it in my profile? Or do I tell them, like, the first date or later on? I really don't know when to approach the subject, and I think, some girls might be grossed out by it. So I'd really like to know when to tell.
You have an answer? Go ahead.
That I wear dentures.
I do think we are plagued as a culture by perfect teeth. I think it's distracting and bizarre the way teeth look now at all.
Yep.
And I think I want to honor this person's feelings about your feelings are valid. You're beautiful. If you feel like your teeth are fucked up and you don't want to show them, like, no, whatever, that's on you. But like, nobody really cares about perfect teeth. I really think that, like, people, I'm like freaked out by them.
I know what you mean, but I mean, he's dealing with a different issue.
Yeah,
I don't think it's like I got veneers or whatever. It's like, hey, my teeth come out of my fucking head, and what are girls gonna think of this? As a rule, here's what I think. You're basically talking about exposing your hole to a naked hole to them, right? By taking your teeth out. Yeah.
By the way,
So it comes up the same time you would expose. She would show you her pussy. You would show your ass. Like,
it's only fair.
This is whole o'clock, right?
Yeah, right.
Whole conversation doesn't start. You don't put that on the profile.
No.
You don't say I have a weird dick in your profile, right? So I think this is an intimate thing. Taking your dentures out is a pretty intimate act. You usually just have your teeth most of the time. I think you could be like, I think it's like, it's kind of, it's on you. It's really on you to when you want to decide, but you don't have to say it in the you don't have to, like, let them get to know you first. It's hard enough to make a connection with somebody. You don't have to put in your profile like, hey, I have dentures. Like if you had, I don't know, it's like a medical
Fake
thing.
leg.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Fake leg.
Find out when you find out.
Fake leg's fun though. It's way funner than that. I will give him this. There's a stigma with dentures.
Well, because it's a class thing.
Because it's also like it's not like other prosthetics where it's like you could almost like make a joke of it, or you could also like cash in some sympathy. Like if you like lost your leg in like, in any way, right? Even as a kid with a little, like this guy's example, right? He's basically lost his teeth because his fucking parents were poor. They never took him to the dentist. He didn't have the beautiful self-cleaning mechanism that I did,
Right.
But if the same thing happened where it's like, hey, my parents were too poor and I got a disease and my fucking leg fell off, but now I have a cool metal leg, people will be like, that's fucking cool, right? It's endearing. It doesn't really change shit. But if you just like, you're doing Sarah's grandma's jump scares with the teeth out.
That can be endearing in a sense too.
Yeah.
You're doing this shit.
Yeah.
It comes out when you're eating. That's really the big issue is you have to take it out to eat.
No, you don't. I think
no.
you
It depends what kind they are.
No way.
I didn't know this, but my dad is missing his fucking front tooth.
You didn't know that.
I found that out when he was 72.
Get the fuck out
And he's been missing
here.
it the whole time. Never had it.
That's awesome.
And it's fucking sick, by the way. It's one of my
takes
favorite
it
things
out?
about him. Yeah, he takes it out, and he usually
never-
doesn't have it in. He usually just
you
hangs
just
out without
didn't
a tooth.
notice?
He surely was hiding it from me or something, or he had a good one that like he didn't have to pop
Right,
out all the
right,
time.
But now he keeps it out.
Now he keeps it out a lot of the time, and I love it.
I
I think
respect that.
teeth are loaded. I think
Loaded?
it's like, because I think he's feeling a certain type of way about them because there's so much emotional baggage with what has happened to his teeth.
Well, it also makes you look. It makes you look older if you take your teeth out, right?
Right.
Like there's speaking of TikTok, your favorite platform.
Yeah.
There's like that lady. Have you seen that lady that's just like looks? She honestly looks fucked up because she has like weird skin and and her teeth come out and she's like, and then she like fucking beats her face up real good. Yeah, her. She beats her face up nice. Now she makes herself look bad on purpose to like so that the glow up looks better.
Of course.
But there is something to the like. So I get it. Like that's how she looks with her dentures in and her fucking.
Okay. And now we're.
By the way, I think
see what I'm
people
saying?
can tell. Like, if you go on a date with someone, they could probably tell you have dentures in, and then you
I
can
don't
just
think so.
Really?
Like even that's kind of fucking.
Oh, well, I think that you can. I think there's a way to casually and like.
Change the shape of your face too.
By the way, there's an option we're not talking about, which is you can be happy alone. 1,000,000,000%. And when you learn to live alone, that's when you truly
Oh, you mean like
are able to be peaceful.
Don't be so. Do you
Don't
mean
try
give
and
it up?
date.
Do you mean give up getting pussy? Just
Yeah, maybe you
live
could
your
do a
life
glory hole.
sexless. No,
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. Put
I'm
your
not saying
dick
you
through a
can't
glory
get
hole.
pussy. You can figure it out. Not that I say that word, but you could go to a glory hole easily. And then you don't have to worry about the teeth. It's like if people, I don't know.
I think that the dentures are no big deal. It's totally
Yeah,
casual.
and here's the other thing. You will also, at some point, you're going to tell somebody. You're going to have to tell somebody, and they might react weird, but guess what? That's not for you. There are definitely people out there that find it in the same way that we automatically think like it's like the peg leg can be funny or endearing or whatever. It's like you'll find people who won't have any issue with it whatsoever. People have fucked up. You're 38, bro. In your late 30s, going to your 40s, everyone gets some
If you
weird
have
health
teeth,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Weird.
you even have teeth at 38, like, you're good.
yeah. So I just think like don't put in your. I would say get to know the person first. You don't even have to like. It's not like you sprung anything on them. I guess it's kind of like similar rules to. I'm about to say herpes, where it's like tell somebody before you fuck them. But honestly, the only reason that's the rule with herpes is because you can give it to them potentially.
It's
you can't
contagious.
give someone no teeth.
There's
No,
also
you
like
can't.
a way to
You
like.
can knock them out.
You could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could. You're like, you want to make fun of me for my fucking shit? Guess what, dumbass? That's another option.
That's another option.
I
violence.
think that there's a way also to tell people things that you're doing it so like fucking whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, like the style. You're like, hey, listen, like these are fake.
Yeah, check this out.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Right. You know
I don't
what
know
mean?
that he has that in him though.
The
Right, if
riz.
he's coming here
Yeah.
with this behavior,
Yeah.
be confident. Love
So
yourself.
yeah, I do think love yourself because the other thing is
My back hurts. I gotta go to the chiropractor.
the other thing is he's getting into dating for the first time in a while, which feels like divorce to me. He didn't say it, or maybe he's coming out of trying to be coming out of some incelhood. So there's an overall like believe in yourself a little more before you're out there kind of
Yeah.
thing. But I think you're totally good, dude. If they don't look fake, you know what I mean? It's like it's a health condition. It's like you don't really owe it to anybody. You're not fucking them. Like if it gets a little above casual, break it down or pop it in.
I found
but it's
out my
whenever you feel like
boyfriend
it.
has a amazing fake laugh like 8 years into our relationship.
What do you
And
mean,
that
he's
you
been
hated?
faking it?
I just found out he's an amazing fake laugher way too late.
So if you'd known that right off the bat, you
That's
might
not-
not have gone with him. Is what
I
you're
was
saying?
just like, I could have been more suspicious this whole time.
Right.
Feels different.
I think you're fine, brother. I think I would say the thing is, you tell them when you feel like you want to just share with them. Like, I don't think you really owe anybody anything. Like,
No, and you can measure as you're getting to know them. Are they going to have a good reaction to this, or is this person going to fuck me up?
Yeah.
And send me back to whatever.
I
my
really
house.
think it's when you're comfortable. I know that's kind of a cop out of advice, but it's like, we're gonna absolve you of feeling like guilt, like you're hiding something. You're not. Who gives a fuck?
He is,
know?
but
But it's not.
I'm just
but
being
it's none
honest,
of
he
that.
is.
It's not. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
nobody's business until they mean something to you enough to that it is their business. You know what I'm saying?
and they're
Like,
gonna have business too, by the way, for you. So
Yeah.
just yeah.
Oh, you have a kid? How about this, man? You know what I mean?
And then they go, oh, you have this. How about
We're
this?
even,
Pop the
bitch.
eye out. It's gonna be a trade off. I swear to God, I bet you you'll meet somebody who also has dentures.
Oh, yeah.
that would be a fun love
Dentures
story.
dating.
Dentures dating app.
He's like, ew, I'm not dating a fucking bitch with dentures.
It's like incest. It's like mouth shape incest.
Mouth shape.
All right. Good luck, brother. Hit us with another question, Big LD.
Hey,
LD.
Stav, love the pod. Just got a quick question for you. So, there's this girl I've been seeing for maybe a month or two now. I really like her. She's great. But there's this thing that's been happening, right? So, when we watch movies, like, she'll talk about on and on about how attractive she finds the guys, like the celebrities, like, oh, he's so hot. Oh, I think he's hotter in this other film, this later film. And it's like, okay, that's fine. You can have your celebrity crush, whatever. But we were watching this anime film, and the whole time she's like
Anime
talking
film,
about
the
this
British motherfucker.
anime ruddy cartoon character. I'm like, oh, he's daddy. This guy's daddy, right? Later on,
Oh my
in bed,
God.
she asks me to recite one of the guy's lines from the ruddy anime so she can live out her anime fantasy. I didn't do it, of course. I got some dignity, right? But that just sounds
Step
weird
off a
to
lip
me.
and all
Is
that.
weird? Or am I just a prude? I don't know. Also, like, I get that, like, you're going to be attracted to other people, right? Like, of course that happens, but the way I've always done it is in relationships. I'm not going on talking about, like, oh, that girl is so hot, look at her tits, look at her ass. Like, that seems disrespectful to me, at least. Or am I just being insecure? I mean, I get it, right? Like, you can be attracted to other people, and we're not, like, exclusive yet or anything, right? So that's fine. But I just think it's a bit disrespectful, especially because, like, 98% of the time she's swooning over someone, it's not me. She's, like, talking about all these celebrities and even bloody anime characters, and then maybe 2% of the time she tells me how good.
We're watching an anime
It just seems
film.
a bit weird to me. I don't know.
Are there British
We're
people in
watching,
anime?
we're watching
Thanks,
the
Stav.
freshest
Cheers.
Japanimation. I don't know if there are British people in anime. Interesting. I mean, asking to recite a line from it is where I'm like, presumably while fucking, I would guess.
He
Right.
finds her disrespectful in general.
Yeah, and I will say, this gets to a point where it's like, look, you say somebody's hot, who cares, right? You say a famous person's hot, who cares? But if you say every fucking time you see a guy, damn, that guy's awesome, and then you almost like, she like sighs and starts sucking you off. She's like, damn, that guy's so hot, and then she's like, oh well, back to work. You know what I mean? Like that's you don't want to feel that vibe. You want to be like,
Back to a 3D guy.
yeah,
But it's at least
yeah.
a cartoon. It's not somebody who could actually steal your girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
true.
unless there's some weird circumstance I can't imagine being real where
Right.
they get animated.
They
and
get
something.
zapped into the
But don't you think
TV to learn a lesson.
I find when people do that, it's like them just like wanting to remind you that they're sexual. Like when someone's like, if you're watching a movie with someone and they're like, that person's so hot, they're just wanting to remind you that they're
Interesting.
what they want
That
you
they
to be
have
thinking of
sexual
them
urges.
in a sexy zone or something.
Interesting.
Can you do that comedically? Like if I was like, yeah, this is going to sound crazy, but can you just fucking like, I'm trying to think of a good one. Can you just act like Sarah Silverman for like 10 fucking seconds? Just so I could feel like I'm on the pod with her. Just so that you know, like when I'm on. Like if Sarah Silverman was here, you know what I'm saying? Like that would get my fucking joke machine cooking.
Right, like you think like she's just trying to be like hilarious.
How would you
You're
feel
doing
about
you're
that?
doing riff role play.
Yeah.
You're being like, what if I was
Sarah
riffing?
Silverman, you fucking dog. Wouldn't you feel a little bit devaluated or whatever the word
Yeah.
would be?
I see. You're saying okay.
Yes.
Like platonic role play, rhetorical role play.
Basically,
Well.
yes. He's talking about real role play here, and I think
I see what you mean.
and they're not even dating. Like, if you're in a long-term relationship, I think opens it up a little bit to be more open about who you're like. Damn, that bitch is awesome. To like your girlfriend, it's like you can have that conversation, and then you can even it opens up like role play a little more because it's like, hey, we've been together for a while. Let's try some. Like, yeah, I'll fuck it because like. I'm not trying to recite any lines, but if a girl I was dating dressed dumb like an anime character, I think I would be into that. And I'm more of a visual guy. You know what I mean? It's like the difference between men and women. Essentially, it's like you want to be talked to in a certain way versus like, yeah, I just want somebody who has dumb pink hair and like a, you know, 2 fucking little space buns or some shit. She's got a big ass sword, like the lady from the cartoon we're watching, right? Like I would like to fuck a big titted Japanese anime girl for sure.
I see a sword and I'm like,
Dick gets
let me have sex.
Swing, swing.
Take my sheet.
Well, you're wearing an anime shirt right now.
It's a I wore a clown. It's my only clown clothing in honor of you. Yes.
What and what is her?
I don't know. I don't know. The problem here is that this is like a sexualized clown. You're sort of like a sexless clown.
Yeah. All the genitals got sanded off and sewn shut.
Yeah. But
he's also referring to, he doesn't like how she's sexualizing everything and talking about people. He finds her just like disrespectful and inelegant.
I do think so. And maybe part of that is like we're assuming this guy is like, you know, just getting back from a fox hunt because he has that British accent. I don't really care for the way she talks about the cartoons.
Do you think he should be having amazing sex because he's coming from a hard day's work? Is what you're saying?
I think he's probably coming from a hard day's work.
And
he deserves
like,
some.
Fucking need this right now.
He deserves some pussy. He doesn't need to hear about how cute Jason Momoa is. You know,
literally.
I guess it's like insecure. His own insecurity is reflected back at him.
Don't get me wrong. You can if somebody you're with makes a couple passing comments about somebody being attractive, and it bothers you, that's insecure. Yeah. If it's constant and she's asking you to repeat lines from a thing because she wants to fuck a cartoon character, and you're not even dating that long. It is weird behavior. I actually am on his side.
Can I get red pill for a second? I feel like if a girl does that a lot, like it's almost like she's like testing your reaction or something.
Right.
It's like it's very constant, and because I feel like a guy can't do that, but a girl can. And if you get pissed at that as a guy or get annoyed, you just like kind of look like a bitch, you know.
So you're saying it's a fucking, it's a test, brother.
Yeah,
it's a test.
I kind of
say that.
Okay, let's accept your thinking. How would you suggest he controls his bitch?
I don't know. Maybe she's not the one. I mean, maybe she's just like a dumb bitch. Honestly.
Yeah, I think so. To be fair, that is what I think. We're from different philosophies. We came to the same conclusion. Where she does sound like kind of a dumb bitch, and he does. You know, they're not. She might not even give a fuck about this guy too, right? Yeah. This happens a lot where it's like, we're not exclusive. We're just dating, whatever. She might just be in it for some of that fucking that little
voiceover sex.
Yeah.
I will say, and.
Please.
This is going to sound like I'm President of the United States of America.
Yep.
Whoa.
Before, jokingly, me and my boyfriend would talk about who our hall passes were.
Yep.
And now that I'm on network television,
right.
I have met my hall passes. So it's
I thought Paul Rubens died this year.
But once the listen, do I think my hall pass would ever touch me with a 10-foot pole?
Yeah.
No, but it did become more of a real. It became more real.
Yeah, sure.
And so.
Oh, definitely, there is something to that.
Yeah, and so I want I'm guessing they exist in a world where hall passes are like entirely theoretical.
But again, you're right. But again, they're not even dating. They're not even like boyfriend, girlfriend, nothing. They're hooking up. But I know, like, and even what you're talking about, the theoretical hall pass is acceptable up until they bring it up constantly.
Right.
It's at that point, it's not even about them being a celebrity. It's like, well, do you want to even fuck me? You just keep talking about, like, imagine if I was like, oh, let's go get lunch. And you're like, great, I'm so excited to take you to my favorite restaurant. And I just kept talking about other sandwiches that were better than the sandwich you brought me to. It would piss you off.
That would piss me the fuck off.
It would piss me off big time.
Even hearing about it right now. It's getting me fucking hot.
It literally would piss me off if somebody did that to me.
Shout out to my hall pass that I haven't met, Billy Bob Thornton, if you're listening to this right now.
Oh, the blood man.
So who's the one that you did meet?
Not saying.
Okay, let's go through who were the guests this year.
Nope.
It wasn't.
No.
He was in somebody's entourage. He was just hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it Stav? I don't know. Let's just say it. Let's just call it out. The tension's been fucking
You'll
nuts.
tell us off the air. That's
Someone
fine.
saying your hall pass stuff. That's awesome.
Hey,
What is
don't.
this?
Hey, listen. If your girl makes me her hall pass, that's a problem. I'll probably fuck her. So don't make it me, brother. I'm telling you right now. That is not on me if you let her have me as a hall pass.
DMs are open.
The
and
odds
he
are pretty
reads
good.
them.
If she catches me on the right night,
That's
it's
not a
pretty
hall
good.
pass. That's a whatever they would call it, a fucking something else pass. A field trip.
Beautifully done.
card.
Permission slip. That's a permit. That ain't a hall pass. That's just permission slip, baby.
There you go. Permissions. There you go,
You
man.
signed
Imagine
that,
if I
and
said
she's
that.
going on that ride. Actually, less so. It really bothers me that I've actually worked too hard to get as much pussy as I'd like the last few months.
Sorry.
Really?
Sucks, dude.
Sorry.
It's not just. It's not. You're not filter feeding this.
Ugh,
You're
I
not
don't-
just
I don't-
blowing through the ocean with a mouth open.
I
like
will
catching
scooping up
strays.
pussy like I'm a whale eating krill. No, unfortunately not. We'll get back there, folks. We'll get back there. We're on the path back to less
Well,
work.
you're so. I mean, you're so famous at this point. No one can reach you. Like when you do
Right.
a theater, you're in a green room that's like separate room.
It is true. I'm not around. Yep.
Like
yep.
I used to play bar shows where the green room was a curtain in a corner.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to approach me, all you would have to do was open the curtain.
100%. Yeah.
But now you're and
There's-
you're entering buildings
It's
from the
so.
alleyway.
It actually is bizarre.
Yes.
That there's like security. But which it's nice because you're more successful, but
You gotta
stops you
start
from getting
doing
pussy.
$50 meet and
Interesting.
greets.
I can't do that. I just have like I philosophically cannot charge people to shake their hand. That fucking sucks. Then I have to be. I would rather do just straight up sex work than like friendship prostitution. I would rather somebody pay to suck me off.
Yeah.
Anyway, so again, don't make me your hall pass. Don't let your girl make me your hall pass. If her titties are big enough, it's almost certain yes. And even if they're not, to be perfect, and she's cool, but
That's nice. That's
yeah.
nice to hear.
It's true. It's true. I've definitely. I'm about all different types of titty sizes. Thank you, Eldest. Next question.
Hungry.
Yo, Stavvy, baby.
Well, maybe if we had an hour between this podcast and the last one, I would have had time to whip
Well,
us
they're
something
late,
up.
by the way.
Oh, I hate that.
I told them to
People
come at 3:45 because I knew what was going to happen. I knew for sure what was going to happen. Go ahead, Eldest.
So, watch that shit like 3 times.
Oh.
That shit's
Oh, thanks,
fire.
man.
571.
Can't hear
I got
me.
a question for you. I called in before, but I guess old LD didn't like my my other situation with a lady, but I got a new one, though.
Okay.
I was talking to the girl, and then I ghosted her out of nowhere. I didn't really ghost her, but I started giving her short responses, started trying to give her signs.
A slow ghost.
And then she got mad at me and whatever. And then after like a month, I was like, damn, trying to hit that. So I hit her back up, and I was like, yo, I fucked up. Da, da,
Oh,
da.
he
And
apologized.
she was about, like, she took me back, you feel me? And then, but the first time we hung out, she's like, I gotta know what happened. And I lied, and I was like, damn, I was fucked up. I was on drugs, doing a lot of cocaine, which I was doing. Nothing to do with it. And now, I'm still doing a lot of cocaine, but I can't do it around her. And she's worried I'm gonna like do the same shit, obviously.
That's awesome, man.
So, do I just tell her, like, hey, I'm not gonna lie, I was just a dickhead, like, it wasn't the drugs? Or do I just
awesome.
break it off so that I can keep doing drugs? Quitting drugs is not an option. I'm gonna keep. I fucking love
Respect.
cocaine.
You're in your
so I'm
prime
keep doing that.
cocaine
I'm
years.
high as fuck calling you right now. But if you could answer this like on the regular podcast, not the Patreon, that'd be fire. But if you gotta answer it on the Patreon, I guess I'm buying cocaine.
Yeah,
every
you
weekend,
fucking
I could
prick. You're
probably
buying 8 balls.
subscribe
What's
to the
another
Patreon
$5
too,
a
so.
fucking month?
Yeah, that's it. All right, I love you, Stavvy, baby. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thanks, man.
Can I take the floor?
Please.
Obviously, stop doing cocaine.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
You have a problem
Fucking
with substances.
loser.
I
dude.
think drugs
Fucking
suck.
loser.
So much.
They're poison.
God, you
They're
stink.
bad.
This is why SNL's bad, folks. This is who the fuck they're putting on.
Meanwhile,
fucking losers, dorks.
And this is Colin Jost calling in, by the way. You guys can't see it, but it's him.
Get this camera to zoom in on me.
Wow, what happened to cocaine all night to write the cone heads? Huh?
Listen
lie.
to me
Just
right
lie.
now.
Don't tell them.
It can't. Drugs are not good for you.
Look, he's
You know what's
young.
good for you? Love, affection, care, love, energy.
That is
women.
true. All right.
It's easy as pie. And guess what? Oh, I have a new rant. Start the
Go
clock.
ahead. Uh-oh.
Guess what's the worst drug on the planet?
Huh?
Alcohol, actually. Drinking is poison. Yeah.
She's saying it all weird, but it is her true belief.
Yeah,
true belief.
yeah. I get that. I'm more.
Sometimes I feel like alcohol is like going through my pee tubes and it's poisoning it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like you can feel it going through all of your tubes.
P
and
tubes, yeah. And the other ones. Before
Yeah.
the P tubes, it goes in the body tubes.
goes in-
It
Yeah,
burns
exactly.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's obviously poison.
It is poison for sure.
So
It is.
who's
That's
going
what
to
it
be
says.
holding
But you
your hand
feel
at your
cool.
deathbed? Cocaine or a woman?
Well, I also think there's a couple things going on here. I think he basically has to make a choice of what he likes. And first of all, rookie mistake. Now, first of all, let's just say let's back up all the way. Don't ghost people. It's rude.
Oh.
Right. I will
Smart.
I will
think-
say that.
I think
Yeah.
that I bet you, no judgment, I bet you a lot of people who listen to your podcast are ghosters.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I don't know that that's true.
I
It's
do
nicer
think
than
it is.
saying molesters. I believe.
Yeah.
It's a step in the right direction.
I just have a feeling that's the vibe. That's like
Well, listen,
what the youth of America are doing right now.
It is a. That's what I'm saying. It's a lesson you have to learn. We've all done it. I've been a dickhead to women because I was just a coward. I think most of being a dickhead to girls is being a coward who can't just admit like, hey, I had a pretty nice time with you, but I just don't see anything serious.
You don't want to take the responsibility.
You don't want to have that
hurt someone's feelings.
conversation exactly. So you're
Yeah.
just like, ugh. And our friend here is definitely, being a fucking dickhead. He's probably young. I hope he's young. If he's in his 30s, this is really unacceptable behavior. I hope you're like in your 20s.
Yeah.
Because look, who hasn't been 20, in their 20s doing way too many drugs and desperately clinging to the only girl that gave you any attention that whole year, right? We've all been there. That's fucking you're describing me being 25.
Yeah.
Like that's happened to me at 23, at 25, at
So
28.
basically, don't worry about it. You'll get to an age where it's all figured out. Don't bother thinking about
No,
it.
we can fast track him here. And so now I don't condone ghosting. I don't condone, going back just for head unless you really do think something could pop off with this girl. But I will say you did make a tactical error of lying. I think if you were done with cocaine, you're a genius because it's the truth. It's a nice alibi, and you're gone. You made a blunder saying it was a thing you still love doing.
Yeah.
You should have said it was like, I don't know, your ex, whatever. You had a family issue or just if you're gonna lie, do something that's not gonna affect your life. Now you have to decide. Do you need as much of a dork as Sarah is? Mm-hmm. Do you really could this accidentally improve your life? Did you there's the next guest.
Oh my God, they're
5 minutes early.
Aw.
5 minutes early, like gentlemen. Actually, you know what's funny? They're the week before you in our schedule, so it's going to be like...
Oh, nah.
Fuck. What the fuck was I saying? So yeah, you can decide, is this an error that you've made? Like, by accident, you might be in a relationship and you might take down your cocaine use.
Or
go ahead.
you can also double, triple down and say like, fuck. When I said that it was because of the cocaine, I was on cocaine. That's not going to help. It's going to get you into the situation
Yeah.
twice.
Right.
Right.
So that's the thing, is like you kind of did unfortunately back yourself into a corner where you have to pick between one or the other.
I think he has a fucking bad fucking attitude, by the way.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's a fucking
blowing
dumbass.
through
All right, yeah.
life with no regard or respect for... sorry.
He does have a bad attitude. That's
He's showing up late, 2 hours late to stuff.
Yeah. Big opportunities.
Pointing out the stuff on the ground.
You guys wouldn't even believe how much crap there is on the ground.
There's not that much crap. There's fucking shoes.
Papers strewn about.
There's a couple papers back there.
Manila folders.
Shut the fuck up.
God knows what you guys need files for. Physical files.
All right, sorry we're not in your office. There's a bunch of fucking unicycles and fucking tied together different color handkerchiefs that you pull out of your fucking sleeve. Anyway.
That's good.
Yeah, dude, look, you're a fucking dumbass. You're a young dickhead. You're mistreating women. You're doing too many drugs. You have to decide, by accident, am I going to slow down? Because at some point, Sarah is right. You do need to stop doing this much cocaine. Is this the time for you to stop doing it? I don't know enough about your situation. You get a couple years to party.
That's such a fucking bad attitude. Cokeheads have bad fucking attitudes. I'll tell you that.
Cocaine's weird right now with the fentanyl, so you could find a different thing.
Yeah, I kind of am with them actually. Like, see, because I'm worried about your health. Fentanyl, you'll die.
Yes, I made a blanket statement to all my friends: no more cocaine. It's not worth it. For now.
What if they got the strips? Use the strips.
This guy doesn't have strips. He doesn't. Yeah. Come on. If you get the strips,
have a strip to hang his hat on.
Maybe go. Can you go with a different drug? That's good. Can you go with a different drug? Can you keep both? If not, you're gonna have to choose this girl or cocaine.
Don't get me started with weed.
And weed's worse than cocaine.
It's the worst drug known to man.
That's so funny. It's fine. It's not great, but I mean, I like it.
One of the hardest drugs known to man.
Hardest?
It's a hard drug. It is.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more. I respect the time of our guests who are on time.
Hey,
so why don't we wrap up with one?
Andy, hey, Mike.
Why don't we wrap up with one more quick, fun question, Eldest? Don't get us in anything bullshit. This is also Eldest's time to shine.
As well.
Again, if we would
podcast, you know.
What's up, Stavvy, you beautiful, sexy, full of rolls, motherfucker?
Full of rolls.
You're beautiful too.
This guy sounds fat, by the way.
Shit. Hello, guest. I heard you guys talking of shit on the movie The Whale. I find it hilarious.
Pause
but my
this.
friend was literally crying.
Sounds fat as shit, and he's talking about The Whale. Probably fat as shit, calling me fat. Keep going, Eldest.
Watching that movie on our trip to London, like on the plane. My question is, could you have a few words and explain to him that that's fucking hilarious, that he was crying watching The Whale? He's
a fucking
huge fan
idiot.
Of the show, so he'll hear it.
Here's the thing. If somebody found the ending of The Whale moving, they're either fat as shit and a pussy, right? That's like feels sorry for themselves, or they're that weird type of person that thinks like being fat is worse than like having AIDS. Like there's a type of person who hates fat people, but they pretend they like care about them, and they're like, it's so sad. Like to them, watching The Whale was like watching like a slavery movie. They're saying that they see fatness as like a real oppression or whatever. So your friend's a fucking either he's fat as shit, and look, we've all been sad to be fat as shit. We've been there, right? But he's got to start believing in himself. If he wants to lose weight, or if he just wants to dress better for his body and just have people treat him better, that's another thing. If your friend's not fat and he's crying, I mean, that's even more pathetic. I can't even imagine
That's EQ.
a skinny person crying at the fucking...
Darren Aronofsky, this is my pitch to you, the movie The Shrimp, and I'm the star.
It's
and
about
I'm
Eldest's
so
dick.
Skinny that,
Thank you. Go ahead.
well, I'm just so skinny that it's like...
Oh, you're a little shrimp.
I won't watch The Whale because I'm too much of a zoom in empath.
That movie sucked, Dick. And I love Aronofsky. I mean, he's got some bangers, but god damn, that movie was so... Me and Eldest watched it on the plane next to each other, and it was the most fun we've had all year. Eldest is my producer and my fucking road manager. We see each other... He's seen me more than his wife this year. I've seen him more than any other person. We've had multiple beautiful times. There was no more fun 2 hours than watching The Whale and like looking at each other and being like, are you serious? All the problems were like he would get mad and then he would just like
No.
eat candy bars and shit. And he like dropped things and he was too fat to pick them up. That happened like 8 times. In the end, I don't want to spoil. I mean, whatever. You haven't seen it.
Spoil it.
Huh?
He floats
He
up.
floats up like he's about to die, and he's just like, oh,
What?
he goes into heaven.
That's not
he
even logically
fatly
correct.
goes into heaven.
He should sink.
It was he's
Right?
sinking to hell.
I mean,
And-
he could sink into heaven if he wants.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
You shouldn't float if you're more heavy.
That's true.
Just speaking logically on movies.
No,
but
I haven't seen this movie.
yeah.
Does
but
he
it's
die at the end of the
yeah. He's so fat. He just wants to die, and he
well, sorry, I just cut you off.
go ahead.
Well, of course, you guys hold women's narratives to be so important that it's okay for me to cut you off.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
Go ahead.
It took me like 25 words to say that when it should have taken 6.
Right. Which is why women shouldn't get to talk as much.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Overdrive. Don't you think that possibly Brendan Fraser is so good at acting that it doesn't matter?
He
what
was
the movie-
good. He was
yeah,
good.
so what? It doesn't matter what the movie was about. His friend
It's just
was
a
crying
corny
because
ass
he was
play.
so moved by Brendan Fraser's performance.
But the end is fucking so stupid. And when he floats, it was like
It sounds funny.
it was awesome. It was so
Try it.
funny
Yeah,
because
it
it's a
sounds
very
fun.
grounded in reality
Right,
movie. It's the
right.
kind of movie that had like there was 4 people in it. It was a play.
Oh, damn.
That they
COVID
made it.
movie,
It was a
COVID
COVID
movie.
movie, right?
Right.
So it's so like it takes place in an apartment and on the porch. There's 2 settings. It's all that one place. It's all conversations. It's all so grounded in reality. And then the end is like, oh, he's so fat he goes to heaven. It was I mean, it was so
That's
funny.
a good pitch.
It was really
I don't want to
funny.
see it until I know what the ending is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have cried at a bad movie, but the performance was so moving. Oh!
You've cried at somebody saying like, "Hey, how are you?" Type. You know what I'm saying? You cry a lot.
Well, what movie? What performance?
When Matthew Perry died,
R.I.P..
I was like, R.I.P.
And
I
when he
said-
was
Well.
like, "Could I be wearing any more clothes?" and you were like, "Oh, Chandler."
I realized that I'd never seen Friends before somehow.
What?
So Jack and his girlfriend were at my house, and I'm like, let's fucking watch Friends and see what all the fucking fuss is
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
And they were explaining to me about Ross and Rachel,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched an episode where I was seeing Ross and Rachel interacting.
Wow.
And there was nothing, but their performances
The chemistry
were
was
so
electric.
that I started sobbing.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
That's
that?
insane.
I was like, oh my God, like I get Ross and Rachel now. Well, because they had
What?
told me about.
I'll
you
tell
started
you.
crying.
Well, this
You
is-
have to go to a real therapist.
That's what I'm saying. We were in.
This is you have so many hilarious emotional issues that like it wouldn't even be that hard for a real therapist to make
Right.
progress. It's like when the guy goes in, he's like, "Hey, can I cut your lawn on TikTok?" and it's like all this overgrown weeds and
clearly
shit.
no.
It's like they can make that place look better in a fucking day with just getting a couple weeds out of
Yeah.
there. That's your mind.
What
You
was
say
the
it's the
cra-
best mind pussy, but it's
What
fucked
was the
up.
crazy cry in Vermont?
We were doing a show in Burlington. We went to get some lunch.
Great town.
Lovely,
town.
lovely
Love Burlington.
waterfront thingy. And then you were crying at the idea that Bernie Sanders lived there, walked around for genuinely, I think, 20 minutes. I couldn't talk to you. And here it goes. By the way,
Good God. All right.
it's happening.
We're going to get Sarah a real therapist. Thanks for coming, guys.
Think of him in Vermont.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
where he
so-
fucking lived. He was the fucking mayor, then he was a senator.
But it was so
He's not
beautiful,
from there, though,
and
really.
there's like rolling hills, and you can just picture him in a little rocking chair.
And we couldn't
Okay.
have lunch because of this.
That's crazy. You need to stop going to your therapist, go to a real therapist.
Join the army.
Next year, when you come back on for our yearly check-in with Sarah, I hope you have fucking, worked on yourself. Jack, please come back on time with maybe a different person. Maybe we'll bring you back with
We'll get
Eric.
Eric up in
Yeah,
here.
it'll be
Fucking-
fun.
you guys are walking on the best podcast pussy of your life.
That's gonna
Hungry.
do it.
God, I'm
Watch
hungry.
Saturday Night Live. Right? Did you want to plug that?
Yeah, when does this come out?
Sunday,
Probably the
maybe.
second week of January.
Maybe January 8th, it looks like.
Well, I got tickets to move. It's
All
all egg on my face.
Okay.
I hope you've come to my show in Miami by then.
Any more tickets in January or no? Back to work.
That's it. Back to work. You know what?
What?
The listeners of this podcast should watch my sketches.
I was serious.
With all these bad attitudes that they have calling in, I think they'd learn a thing or two.
I agree.
He's got stuff to plug.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. It's funny as hell. I don't work there. They keep saying no every year, but I act like I work there. That's what matters.
Yeah, show up to the parties.
And shout out to the boys. Well, I won't plug my own podcast, but it's called Joy Tactics, and it's got Eric Rayhill, Nate Barone. I'm looking not at a camera.
You don't have to.
Anyways.
Yeah, listen to Joy Tactics and watch Saturday Night Live and go to Miami a week ago. See you next time. Oh, and watch Fat Rascal, I suppose.
Guys,
It's really
seriously.
fucking.
Bye, guys.
Guys, seriously.